Guys, welcome to my 1500th vlog. Or is it 1500th vlog? Or 1500th vlog? One of those will work. Good morning guys, how you all doing? Wow, I'm brightly lit. Not as bright as I would have been last week with that heat. Oh boy, was that bad. But before I talk about that, yes, this is my 1500th vlog. I'm going with that. Can't believe it. And I've decided I'm going to go out. And thankfully it's not hot anymore. Oh, last week I was on 12-hour days. All week? Oh, from Tuesday, because, yeah, I vlogged last... Was it last Monday I vlogged? Huh. It's only been a week? Wow. Yeah, I got a text message later the day that I was vlogging saying, can we come in to work Tuesday instead of Wednesday? So I did 4 12-hour days. And my word, I don't know if I've ever explained, but let me just put you guys here so I can do a little visual representation thing. So when I'm unloading and loading furnaces, I'm using this great big contraption called the charger. Basically it's this big machine that I stand on using levers and buttons, and it's got these forks that go in and out of the furnaces, and also it turns. And a few times last week I was taking a job out of the furnace that was more than 1000 degrees Celsius, so I'm ducking behind the panel that separates me from the hot job, because once I've pulled it in, it's right there next to me. So I'm doing this, and then I'm racing down the track to get to the water tank or to the oil tank, whichever it was going in, to get it onto that table. And yeah, very, very hot and sweaty. I was wearing my bandana at this point, especially when we're building up jobs. Sometimes it's like little pieces like this big, or sometimes even this big. Sometimes they're massive and we're having to use the crane and you're having to shovel them about. Shove them about, not shovel. Don't use a shovel. And that can get very hard because it's heavy lifting, and then I've got sweat pouring down and getting in my eyes and it hurts, so bandana goes on. The good news is, for the first time in 8 months, this has not happened since October of last year, I'm on regular 8-hour shifts. Night shifts from 10 PM or 6 AM. When I found out last week, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Finally, no 12 hours. They should be doing that more often. Anyway, I don't want to whittle on about work because I want to go out, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind now that it's cooler than last week. As I showed, he was on his mat Monday, I believe it was, and then I had to quickly take him to Joe and Pete's that evening. Like I said, I got a text message saying, can I get to work the next day on Tuesday? I don't know why I'm wondering about. I kept getting videos shown and pictures of him being sat in front of a fan the entire time. This weekend he's been at home and he spent most of it on there. But I've had the windows open like every single night. It's been that crazy. But today, the sun keeps popping out here and there, as it has just now. But I want to go back to a place that I haven't been to for years, I think. It's got to be a few years since I've last been to this place, and I want to explore it more. It's also connects to my 1000 vlog, because that's when I found or rediscovered that place. I'm talking about Millersdale. So I'm going to get my bag together. Oh, magic words, he knows what that means. And then we're going to go out in the car. Okay? This is where he starts pestering me. I've got one happy boy. As you can see, I've made it to Millersdale. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I was here. I don't know if it was with Joe and Archie. I feel like it was, but never mind. Got one of my many rucksacks on my bike. I've decided to bring a picnic because I'll probably get hungry. Some sandwiches. Brought some apples as well. Brought him some treats and plenty of water for both him and myself. I have to say it's nice being back here. But like I said earlier, I want to explore it more. Instead of just carrying on the Monsal Trail, which is what this is, I'm hoping to actually see if I can follow the river. I know I can go the other way because it'll just take you back down to the main road of Millersdale. So I thought this was a map for a second then. It's just telling you some of the wildlife here. Yeah, Cheedale Nature Reserve in the Wye Valley. I don't remember it being called that before. Oh well. But yeah, I want to see if I can follow the river. We'll see. I'm getting close to the bridge where I once abseiled off. I talked all about that in my 1000th vlog. Looks like somebody else is having a go. All these people here. But I'm going down that way. So who knows, might see somebody abseiling. At least Holly knows where we're going, don't you, dude? We're going down that way. Down the steps. All the way to the bottom. And at least this time, unlike the last time, I remembered to bring his lead. I had to fish out the other one from the boot of my car the last time. Yeah. Oh, yep, there's people abseiling. Cool. Looks like this tree's fallen down since the last time I was here. See the rope. There's somebody to come down. But yeah, that's what I did back in 1997, yes, 29 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry, I know I'm being a bit of a nerd doing this, but I have to do it. Every time I come here, I have to do it. Touch the bridge. So yes, there's a trail going that way, but I'm hoping this is a trail going that way. And that's where I want to go. But first, I just want to film the bridge again. Yeah, looks like there's somebody about to come down on this side. I much prefer coming down over the water. Yeah, the bridge, still awesome. Love it. Gonna have to get some photos. Yeah, I'm just watching somebody coming down the rope now. Not filming because the kids. Oh yes, there's another thing I wanted to do in today's vlog. Where's my phone? Yeah. I asked you guys for questions, so why not answer one of them now? What shall I start with? Okay, first question. Would I get another dog after Harley? The short answer is no, because he's the best dog. Are you? Eh? Yes, you are. Anyway, let's carry on moving from here. Let's go, if we can, this way. The longer answer to that question is still no, but I've said that before, long before I got Harley. I had 2 dogs before Harley. The first was called Rex, and in fact maybe I'll show a picture of him here. One of the few that I have. And I got him, I think when I was about 2 years old, and he lasted, I believe, 9 years. Very short, considering Harley's now 13. Back then, it was, you let your dogs do what they wanted. Basically like a cat, you just let them out in the day, they'd come back in the evening for food. Well, that's what we did with Rex anyway. He was a bit of a wild dog, so to speak. Yeah, he loved his independence. Looks like we're getting some trails here. The funny thing about Rex was, towards the latter part of his life, he kept running to my grandparents' house, where they had a dog called Lassie. And, well, they got together, let's put it that way. Unfortunately, he passed away when I was about, I don't know, maybe I got him when I was 3, because I'm pretty sure he only lived to 9, and it was 1987 that he passed away, because 3 weeks after his death, Lassie gave birth to 3 pups. One of them was the spitting image of Rex, and because I was that upset about losing him and devastated, I was like, I want this dog, and I called her Candy. Let's throw a picture up of Candy here. Editing Chris. Wow, this trail's getting a bit tight, but never mind. That's the whole point. I want to explore. So in 1987, I had my second dog. Candy, as I've said, and she was the opposite of Rex in every way, not just because she was female and he was a male, but he was brave on absolutely everything. He was tough as nails. He would fight with other dogs, no problem. Candy, she was frightened of thunderstorms, always cowering under table or covers. She was very timid, but she was wonderful. I love that dog. And she, I believe, lived until she was 17. So she had a long life. In fact, she still lived at my parents' house when I moved out. Don't know why I didn't take her with me. I think she was just comfortable where she was. And then she passed away. I was upset, obviously, about that. And I said after her, never getting another dog again. And then I met Harley. So it's a case of, no, I have no plans ever to get another dog, but never say never. Right, this is getting quite precarious. Harley's just having no trouble navigating it though. Oh yeah, hey, but looks like it's getting a bit easier. What's up, do you want to go in the water? You can go in the water if you want. No? Okay. Listen, the ducklings are around. Oh, it's going down. There we go. Having a little paddle. Good boy. Oh, he's just been making friends with other doggies. And this duckling seems to be wanting to make friends. Hello. You alright? You're curious, aren't you? Being a bit nosy. There's loads. Look at them. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna get easier, so I'm gonna keep going this way and see where it leads. Well, you guys know how I love decisions. Okay, so I've come to this bridge that goes up that way. There's also a trail going that way. There's also another trail going that way, but I'm not bothered about that one. However, going this way, it does say difficult footpath and likely to flood in wet weather. Alternative routes via Blackwell or Worm Hill, which is that one. Thing is, it's not raining. It hasn't been raining for a while now, so this trail should be fine. It's just, I'm also curious about going across the bridge. Hence, decision making time. I think what I'm going to do is probably keep going this way, and if I feel like it's going too far or it's getting too rough, maybe I'll come back and go this way. So I am curious as to where that leads to. So maybe, yeah, I'll just go this way for so long and then turn around and come back this way. Maybe. Have I already mentioned I hate making decisions? I decided to go straight on because I remembered that I wanted to follow the river, so following the river. However, it has been getting a little precarious. Just had to climb down there. Right enjoyable, wasn't it? I've got a wasp bugging me. Never mind. I'm still not all the way across. Well, it gets very rough around here. Oh, eesh. I think we're going to have to, well, I'm assuming we're going to come back this way. I have to say, I'm seeing a lot of people on this trail, so it's quite popular by the look of things. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep on going this way. Okay, I'm confused because the river turned into a stream right here, and then it just ends. Where's it coming from? Is it coming from underneath? Just had to, well, climb a lot of rocks and roots down there and then go over a little wooden bridge that you can't see because it's that small, and then across another wooden bridge. I'm just trying to figure out where the water's coming from. But the trail is taking us this way now. It's sort of like we've come all the way up here and now we're turning around to come back this way. Okay then. And it does look like it's getting a bit more rough with the trail. Honestly, where's that coming from? Is there another tunnel or something where I can't see the water coming through? Oh, wait, yes, I think so. Yeah, it's coming from. I think it's coming from under there. Huh. However, I don't think this is actually the main river because the trail sort of took us away from it. So I think this might be just a stream going into that main river. So perhaps we will find out going this way. Yes, there's the other little bridge right there. Could just make it out. Oh, he's already made it up the top. Yeah, it's very precarious. I would assume that when it's raining this would be very slippery. Oh boy, where's it taking us? I mean, I did say I wanted to explore. Yeah, I can hear more water over here. Ah, yeah, I see it, I believe. Yeah, okay. So that's where the river is. So yeah, that's just a stream going into the river. Oh, well, ooh. That's very pretty. Look at that, that's cool. Time for more photos. As you can see, I'm still following the river. I've found people rock climbing up here. Such wonderful high rocks everywhere. Some over here too. Oh, this terrain's been getting nice and easy to very difficult. 1 minute you're on just normal trail ground, then you find yourself on a boardwalk, then all of a sudden you're climbing rocks or climbing down rocks or using tree roots as a path. Oh. Yeah, if you're not into hiking, I would not recommend this trail. Look at that. Wow, I'm gonna have to get a picture of that. I was half expecting the river to go all around and come back onto the Monsal Trail. I don't think it's gonna do that. There's a lot of high places. Yeah, I've got a feeling I'll be walking back this way. But anyway, before I carry on going that way, I thought, why not answer another question while I'm here? So let me just pull them up. By the way, the last question was from the Ghost of the Mind, a regular viewer. This one is from Carb Slayer, asking, would you go back to Orlando? When is your next overseas trip plan? That's 2 questions. Would I ever go back to Orlando? Definitely. I do plan on doing that at some point. I just don't know when. And when is your next overseas trip planned? I haven't got a plan as yet. I mean, I'm one of those who likes to go back to the places I've been to before, but I also like to try new places. There's no plans for this year. I don't know next year. Hopefully. It's just I don't seem to get that many holidays from where I'm working right now. At the moment I've had 1 week off for my birthday, plus like shutdown weeks and Christmas and all that. I've got 7 days left. What's that all about? So I'm hoping the longer I'm there, the more holidays I'm going to be getting, but you never know. But for the moment, no plans to go overseas, unless I do Venice again. Nah, I loved Venice, but I've got no plans to go back there at the moment. Right, I'm going to get this photo and keep on moving. Thought I was back at Dovedale. Just had to cross these stepping stones from where I was last filming. Well, I took that picture as you come to the end of there. Stepping stones. This is very pretty around here. Wow, another bridge. Wonder where that's going to take us. Harley's going in the water. I don't mind, as long as he doesn't go somewhere where it's rough and it'll take him away. I'm fairly certain I've seen TikTok videos and other videos about these stones. But anyway, oh, what's around? Oh, is that another? We found a bridge. Oh, I need to get some pictures. Hold on. I'm starting to think I know where I am. I'm fairly certain that's the Monsal Trail after the tunnel. You know when you cross the Abseil Bridge and then go through the tunnel? You come across this bridge. Oh, yeah.
Talking to me?
No, talking to the video.
I thought you were.
Just realised I'm still filming. Just been talking to a lady and she just showed me on the map. It looks like that is the Monsall Trail. After, like I said, you pass the Abseil Bridge, you go through the very long tunnel, and then you come out to another bridge. And I remember it overlooking this, and I've always wondered how you got to it. Now I know how. So, how far is this gonna go? And how does it get us back? Can you even get up that way, or? I don't know. But it's very pretty. I need to get a few more pictures before I keep going that way. I've only been walking not even an hour and a half yet, so yeah, I'm gonna keep going this way. I've got Harley on his lead again because we've come to a massive drop and I don't want him falling down there. So the bridge that I've crossed and the one that I went under is just behind those trees. I don't think you can make it out. But I've come up here and hello, another trail that leads back to the bridge, and it says Monsall Trail. So I'm right, and we could go back up there if I wanted to, but like I say, it's only 5 minutes since I last looked at my watch. I'm going to keep going this way for a while, but at least I know that there's a quicker way back, so I don't have to make my way the other way again and having to climb up all those rocks and that rough terrain. So yeah, we're gonna keep going this way. Apparently it's going to Blackwell Mill. Don't know that one, but I was right about following the river. It does bring you back around. Huh. Learn something new every day. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going this way. Okay, it's been 25 minutes almost since I last vlogged, and been following the river. It's been getting a bit rough again with the rock climbing. There's been lots of bushes across the trail, so it's been not much of a struggle, but it's been very narrow getting through. And now all of a sudden I find myself at another bridge. What the heck? So I'm guessing this is just interweaving along the Monsall Trail. It must be. Yeah, so probably not far from the end of it if we were walking along the trail. Not at the moment. Oh, hello. We have steps. Can you get up there? Don't tell me. This is where I find out I've gone around in a circle. Seriously. No, it's different. But yeah, there's a trail up there. Some step. Can you get up? I can't tell. Hold on. Let me just go and have a look. I'm very curious. Oh yeah, so there is. There's a staircase going all the way up. Huh. So another way back, I'm assuming. I've still got another good 2 hours on my parking ticket, so I'm going to keep going this way. But at least I know that there's another way back to the top onto the trail itself. Funny thing is, I don't remember there being another bridge on the trail. So maybe I will come back this way and climb up that way just to see where it goes. Really is beautiful, this trail. I really do love the Peak District. This trail's getting curiouser and curiouser. Not seeing anybody for a while, then the edges start getting very narrow, and then all of a sudden bump into two people and another bridge. What the heck? What the? Wow. I don't remember there being that many bridges on the Monsall Trail, so I'm wondering if this is another trail? I don't remember any offshoots. Where's this going? Let's see. Oh. Well, there's a trail still going that way, and now there's one going that way. Interesting. But I'm going to go this way, I reckon. Yeah, that trail goes up that way. Probably, maybe it just goes up onto the trail itself. I'm assuming that's still part of the Monsall Trail. Yeah, it looks like it climbs up and goes back on. So maybe I'll be going back that way. I'm just curious to see where this goes because I need to turn around soon. And also I need to have my picnic. I'm getting hungry. I think I know where I am. Just coming up to these, well, it looked like a house and I'm thinking, hold on a second, is this 4 houses? So I've got a feeling if it is, I know exactly where I am. Oh boy, because yeah, there's a bridge here. These are 4 houses, aren't they? Or, well, more than 4. I know where I am. I'm at the top end of the Monsall Trail, you know, like Batewell's at the bottom. This is the top end. So I can get back on the trail right here. So I was right, I've been following the trail the entire way. Yes, I definitely recognise this. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, hold on, I need photos. Got my photo. So yeah, in fact, what's this say? Finally a sign. Yeah, Wydale Car Park, that's it. Because after that last bridge I saw that trail going up. As I was going the other way, I spotted another trail that backed up onto it. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure we can go this way. So I finally explored it. I've been wanting to do that for years. Brilliant. And here we are, just going back up to the Monsall Trail. Yeah, I recognise this bridge. Yep. Here we are. Oh, so I can go back that way. Well, you know, oh, look, there's a trail there. I'm kidding, I'm not going that way. But there is. Huh. Wonder where that goes. Another day, perhaps. So yeah, I've got at least a mile to walk back that way now. At the very least. I have wanted to do the Monsall Trail from top to bottom, but I would only do it on a bike. I would not walk it. I'm getting old, and he most certainly wouldn't be able to do it. Right, I'm going to have some food now, and then make my way back to the car. On that last bridge I said that there's a trail going up, and I decided to go the opposite way. Well, I found that trail, it's here. And the bridge is over there, which reminded me that there is actually an offshoot of the Monsall Trail going that way. I'm just trying to find where the entrance to that is. Ah, it's over where them people are coming out now. And I'm thinking, not now, another day I'm going to see where that goes. So cut to 6 years from now. Knowing me, probably correct. Oh, well, I mean, I might as well answer another question. I was going to do that while I was eating and I forgot. Okay, from TMDWU3110. Would you consider collecting Lego? I have thought about it once upon a time, but I really do not have the patience for Lego at all. I see all these great ones, you know, like the Batmobile from the original Batman film, the Friends set, but honestly I just do not have the patience for anything like that. So in answer to the question, no. Oh, I found that trail here. So yes, one day I'm going to figure out where that leads, just not today. It's weird now seeing from the perspective of the Monsall Trail where I've been walking, which was down there, because I'm looking up and I'm seeing cliffs and trees and whatnot, and it's all this stuff, and the cliffs are right there. In fact, I was looking at those cliffs over there as well, so it's going to be interesting to see what the perspective is when I get to those bridges. In fact, I think one's coming up now. Yeah, right there. And just like that, we made it to the third bridge I found. So yes, I was walking along this trail here. So the steps were over this way, weren't they? Let's have a look. Well, first let's have a look over here where I went under the bridge. Don't worry, I'm gripping onto the camcorder as best as possible. Wow, didn't realise it was this high. But yeah, I walked all the way around there. So the steps must be here, right there. Ah yes, excellent. The more you explore, the more you know. I'm sure I've seen them steps before, I've just forgotten. I do have old man memory, as you know. And it looks like we're heading for the first tunnel. And I just remembered somebody doesn't like tunnels. See how he reacts walking in this one. Russia cutting tunnel. You coming in? He's taking his time.
You can do it.
Go on. Okay, he's going in. Let's see what happens when he gets to the end. Because he usually makes a beeline for it, don't you? Notice how he's staying at my side at the moment. Okay, we're near the end. Look at him, speeding off. Every time we go through a tunnel, he does this. I'm telling you, he doesn't like them. And now we're at the second bridge. Just come through another tunnel. About to go through the very long one before we get to the Abseil Bridge. But yes, this is what I wanted to point out. You can see the wooden bridge there, look. That's why I was like, I'm sure I know this bridge. And I was correct. So you can get down there by climbing over this wall or going through the gap. Depends which one you want to do. It's easy just going through there. And you just go down there and it takes you back down. I've finally done it. Something I've been wanting to do for years. Figure out how to get to that bridge, and I did it inadvertently. All the way down there. Yeah, it is a nice walk, but it's very tough at places. Alright dude, we've just got to go through one more tunnel. Okay? He's like, whatever. And just like that, I'm back at the beginning, the Abseil Bridge. There's the gate to do it over the river. I'd love to do it again at some point. But I've already decided that the next time I'm here, I'm going to follow the river the opposite way, see where it goes. For a feeling it just goes down into the village, but who knows? See where else it goes. Right dude, we're almost back at the car. Good, I'm getting a bit on the tired side. And we're back in the car, aren't we dude? He's just had lots and lots of water, didn't you? I bet you go to sleep now while I drive home. But before I do, I'm going to finish answering the questions that I have. Take this off first. Don't really need them for reading these. Same person who asked about Legos asked me, or says, in America we don't have pensions. Why not? My retirement is based on how much I can save in a 401k using the stock market. How does your retirement work, and when will you be able to retire? Every company I've ever worked for, Forge Masters, Tesco, and now the one I'm at, comes with a pension. So whatever I'm getting paid, some of that money goes into that pension. And as far as I'm aware, once I get to retirement age, or get to an age where I can take my pension, I can take some of it out, I think. I'm not really sure. And if I remember right, the retirement ages, I was 67 or 68, so I've still got quite a bit of time before then. But I'm telling you now, if I ever win the lottery, I'll be quitting my job faster than somebody dropping a brick onto their toes. So that's as far as I know. And also you get like a state pension, I believe, you know, like from the government. I'm not really sure. If anybody knows, you know, feel free to leave it in the comments below, but that's as far as I'm aware. The Ghost of the Mind also asked, would I like some toast? Obviously this is a reference to Red Dwarf with the Tolkien toaster. I was actually thinking about answering that at the beginning of the video and memorising what Lister says when he's asked about it, but that's too much effort for me. So no, I don't want no smegging toast. Besides, I had cheese on toast last night. I think I've got 2 more left. Robert Haywood has asked, once again, am I ever going back to Florida? Yes, I will, at some point. I don't know when. I'm guessing this is the final question. The Ghost of the Mind says, if you had the money, would you move to another country, and which country? Besides the USA, since we know how much you love a certain place there. Well, that's just it. I'd move to Santa Monica. No bones about it. If I won the lottery and after Harley's no longer around, I'd move to Santa Monica. I wouldn't want to take him somewhere where it's red hot. I'd love to go visit other countries, and who knows, maybe if I visited New Zealand or Australia, I'd want to move there. But for the most part, Santa Monica. Yeah, I would move to another country if I had the money. There was a time, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, I'm talking 20 odd years ago probably. What do you want? You've got bits in your face. Where have you got these from? Yeah, as I was saying, don't worry, I've not lost the thought. I wanted to, for a very long time, to move to Edinburgh. I really did. I even looked at jobs up there, prices of houses up there, in the nearby area. And, I mean, it wasn't a serious thing that I was considering, but it was, I've got this idea of moving there. Is it doable? And I started looking into it. And I've not thought about it in a long while, but it's still in the back of my mind about doing that. So who knows? Because I absolutely love Edinburgh. It's a brilliant city. I've not been in 11 years. Yeah, 11 years. Since my 40th. Eesh. Have you settled yet? He's just going around in circles till he's settled down. And I think I just saw one more comment. It's not a question, from Kirky, long-time viewer. Just saying, Chris, Universal has a new park in Florida that you haven't visited yet, and lots of googly eyes. Yes, I know. I remember the last time I was there, they were talking about adding more to that place. One day, stop badgering me, people. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the vlog here. I need to go home, get it edited before I have to go to work tonight at 10 PM. Unless I'm too tired, and then I'll end up I can speak. End up editing it tomorrow when I get out of bed. It's around noisy motorbike distracting me. What was I saying? Yeah, I'll be getting out of bed about 1 o'clock. Usually I get up at 12:30 because I'm on 12 hours, but because I'm not on 12 hours, I'm on just nice, sweet little 8 hours, I'll be getting up at 1 o'clock instead. That extra half hour in bed. And who knows, I may vlog later on in the week, seeing as I've got lots of spare time. It just depends on what I'm going to do. I've no clue as yet. So I was just waiting for that motorbike to go away. It was a bit loud. Anyway, like I said, I'm signing off now. Just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been following me all these years. I really do appreciate it. I do intend to start vlogging more. I keep saying that, but I do want to. Now that I've hit the 1500th vlog, I can start vlogging more again. Like I said last time, I've been procrastinating to this episode. Get this. Oh, you lift your head up when I move the camera. You was asleep. Go back to sleep. That's what I'll be doing on the way home. But yes, it's time for me to go now. Let's see if I remember how to say it. Thank you for watching and subscribing if you have, and liking this video if you did. Until the next time, peace out. There we go, I've caught him sleeping. I think I've wore him out.